You know, every once in a while, you hear a sports story that just sounds fake, like it has to be a movie. We're talking about a modern football hero whose journey took him from a carpenter's workshop to a stadium packed with roaring fans. This is the incredible story of Ayoub Elkaabi.
I mean, this is it, the moment every kid dreams about. In the dying minutes of a huge European final, Ayoub Elkaabi heads home the winning goal for his club, Olympiacos, clinching their first ever European trophy. He instantly became a legend, a hero in Greece and back in his home country of Morocco. But this amazing high point is a million miles away from where his story actually began.
And that's coming straight from the man himself, a European champion, explaining that just to get by, he had to learn carpentry. It's just an unbelievable contrast, right? So how on earth does someone go from crafting wood to crafting championship-winning moments? To really get it, we have to look into that unlikely secret, his past.
So yeah, he was the hero of a massive European final. But to understand how he got there,
we have to go way, way back to a tough neighborhood in Casablanca, because the answer, it's probably not what you're thinking.
All right, let's dive into his childhood in Morocco, a time when football was, believe it or not, just a distant dream.
So get this, at just 15 years old, he's done with school. Now, when you hear that about a future football star, your mind probably jumps to one conclusion, right?
Did he drop out to join some famous academy, to dedicate every waking hour to training, just convinced he was destined for greatness? Nope. The reality was so much more real. He quit school because he had to. He became a carpenter's apprentice to help his family survive. See, football wasn't the plan. Putting food on the table was.
And this was his world. Born into poverty in a Casablanca slum, life was a daily grind. Kicking a ball around barefoot in the streets, that wasn't career training. It was just a little escape. His real job, the thing that paid the bills, was working with wood. So, the big question is, how does a carpenter become a deadly goal scorer? Well, it all came down to one crucial change that unlocked everything.
You are not going to believe this, but Elkaabi actually started his career as a left back, a defender. But he had this one tiny problem. He couldn't stop scoring goals. Thankfully, a club president noticed this raw talent and made a call that would change his life forever. He moved him up front to be a striker. And bam, just like that, his career took off. Okay, look at this number on the screen. 25. What's that about? Well, in the 2016-2017 season, while playing for Racing de Casablanca in Morocco's second division, Elkaabi scored 25 goals. 25. He was the league's top scorer, and he basically single-handedly fired his club to promotion. The carpenter had officially found his true calling.
So his talent was obvious, right? But his professional journey was, well, it was anything but a straight line. It was a chaotic ride that took him across the globe and through some truly unimaginable stuff.
His career basically turned into a world tour. He goes from Morocco to China, then back to Morocco, and then over to Turkey, where he really started hitting his stride and became a star. But his time there was cut short by something truly terrifying. In February of 2023, the unthinkable happened. A massive, devastating earthquake hit the region in Turkey where his club, Hatayspor, was located.
Thankfully, Elkaabi and his family survived. But his club suffered incredible loss, with players and staff tragically killed. The city was in ruins, and Hatayspor had no choice but to pull out of the league for the season. Just like that, his career was thrown into chaos all over again, and he had to find a new way forward.
But through all that chaos, all the upheaval, one thing never changed: his knack for finding the back of the net, whether it was for his club or for his country.
His big explosion onto the international stage was at the 2018 African Nations Championship. Now, this tournament is for players based in Africa, and Elkaabi didn't just show up, he absolutely took it over. He scored 9 goals. 9! The previous record was 5. He completely shattered it. Morocco won the whole thing, and just like that, a new national hero was born.
I mean, his performance was so insane that just a few months later, he's on a plane to Russia. He's representing Morocco at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Think about that. From a local league star to the biggest stage on the planet in less than a year. Incredible.
And that all brings us back to that legendary run with Olympiacos. It wasn't just that one winning goal. He became the first Moroccan player ever to score in a major European final. Oh, and he also finished as the competition's top scorer with a ridiculous 11 goals. It was just historic.
So what is it that makes him so good?
I mean, beyond the unbelievable backstory, what makes Ayoub Elkaabi such a nightmare for defenders?
Well, you can't really get higher praise than this. A former pro described him as a mix of absolute legends. You've got the power and the heading ability of Drogba, the ice-cold clinical finishing of Samuel Eto'o, and because he's a lefty, that skillful touch of Florent Malouda. It really paints a perfect picture of a complete modern forward.
So from a carpenter's workshop in Casablanca to a European champion, his story is just this incredible testament to resilience, right? It proves that where you start in life never, ever has to decide where you finish. And it leaves you at a question, really, when we're talking about an athlete's greatness. How much of their legacy should be about the journey it took to get there?